So, okay, because of your St. Louis heritage, I just wanted to throw this idea out there. We have an artist that we've been developing that we think that you might be wise to spend some time working with. They're from St. Louis, 607 Unk. Are you aware of him? Not aware? He's coming out of St. Louis. He's got a lot of star power. He's new, yeah.
Man, you know who that is. That's the crazy nigga been on the internet. And
That's the thing, I don't be on the internet.
He be rough. Y'all got to show him, bro.
Yeah, see, that's how he's able to develop artists and do all this shit. Because he's not like scrolling short form content.
Hey, he from the Ludo?
Listen, you know what he is? He's a black 6'9" of 2015.
Oh, that's exciting.
When he speaks, you gonna look at him.
That's exciting.
He's doing some antics. Right. His eyeballs is this big. He lies about everything. But you want to hear him lie. Right. He gonna put everything on his mouth.
Yeah, he tells everybody that he wrote country grammar.
What Nelly say?
I don't think Nelly's weighed in on it. Yeah.
Shock value. That's what he.
Bro, imagine if we brought them together at some point. See, that's why 607 Unk not being out here is crazy because we can't get him in the mix.
That's so funny.
So, bro, the major things that kind of like made me start scratching my head like, Wack, you got to figure something out, is the city. Mm-hmm. When we heard word that you was building your own city,
right?
Was you going to Senegal? Where you from, or you was going someplace different?
Oh no, the city. It's multiple cities actually.
Oh, it's multiple.
Right.
Well, I remember
Senegal is the first one
because I remember I was seeing you. And you said, Wack, I got to go to Dubai to do, it was something you was presenting the city. I'm like, presenting? Yeah. I'm like, hold on. I done did some industry shit, but I ain't never been to a city presentation. What you talking about? He presenting the city like
Pyru City.
No,
Pyru City.
No, listen.
That's got a ring to it, right?
See, listen, I don't know if you noticed, Adam, that everything I've been doing is a step away from that.
Yeah.
Like when they gave me an F minus.
He got business. You talking about your businesses in Africa?
He did. He's still kind of hurt because he got an F minus on the blood report card.
No, I'm not. That is a good thing.
Yeah. Well.
I just want him to send that report card to all law enforcement that Wack got an F minus when it comes to gangbanging.
That doesn't mean that you're not breaking the law.
I'm not breaking the law.
It just means you're being a buster while you're doing it.
See, Con is crazy because I just got a text this morning saying my invitation letter's coming.
Oh,
see,
nice.
a lot of like
to Akon City.
I've been telling my brother too. That's for DRC. When it comes to Africa,
right?
We are so used to the Americanized way of how things work. Over there, it works at their pace.
Yes.
Right? So things that we might get done in 6 to 9 months might take your ass 2-3 years.
Well, that's what we always hear is that it's like extremely difficult to get shit done in Africa because of corruption,
you gotta actually fix it.
Con wasn't paying me no attention until I started showing him certain things that you're not supposed to have unless you're dealing with the people that's controlling the country.
Okay, so where are we at with the city right now? Because there's been a recent burst of media attention with people claiming that it was not happening or whatever. Yeah, where are we at with that?
Yeah, we under attack. Akon City is under attack at the moment.
Really?
Yeah, it's a lot of big powers, oligarchs. You know, the people that move the continent, the West.
You know why that is.
So we had did research just last week. I had a full team, digital team on. Come to find out, they've been literally sending, we had over 23 impressions of false information related to Akon City.
Really?
Yeah, they were successful shutting down Akon because of what that was going to do, but that was more of a public perception.
You creating your own currency?
Yeah.
That was what the city was kind of based around,
It wasn't based around it, but it was a key token that would help to finance the city. I would have moved a lot faster had Akon not have so many challenges.
Right.
But then that's when I realized, okay, Akon has to stay in Africa. Mm-hmm. I can't present that outside because it poses too much of a threat, right? Mm-hmm. So then the city was something different. That's more of a confidence from the people because Africa creates more millionaires than anywhere in the world on an annual basis.
Fact.
Like it's so much money in Africa. But the problem is we don't come together and we don't unite as businessmen, right? Because had we did that, we could control the continent. But everybody make billions in Africa, then they ship it off to some, Cayman Islands or they ship it to Swiss banks or whatever. They don't bank in Africa specific, right? Because they don't trust the infrastructure there. Because most of the money that's being that's local is all balanced by an outside currency. So that's why the local currency always fluctuates and it's not really worth much when it leaves the continent. So what the city was going to do, the city was going to start to create a whole different infrastructure that builds like stability. Because a city like that to be done in Africa successfully would only show that it's possible. And if it builds confidence to other major people like myself or other billionaires or millionaires within Africa themselves, and they see that it was done it's done, and it's a possible thing that can actually be done, they won't hesitate to move in that direction and build the areas where they from, right? So Africa was always set up to be something that you keep to the bottom because of how much has been taken advantage of. So they can't afford for the people in Africa to develop themselves. Akon City is a major project that's globally known now of what it can possibly do if that should happen, and the kind of confidence it was set up in all them other countries to actually produce that kind of development in their area. So their goal is to make sure that that project has enough credibility missing from it that it don't move until they can kind of find a way to control the situation.
That's what I was going to say.
That's what's happening.
I know that because going through what I've been going through, right?
Right.
And I learned from you because I did the opposite just to make it happen.
What I know now, I wouldn't have said shit until...
But when you first announced that you was making your moves and you aligned yourself with certain people, so what they'll do is he'll align himself with these people, and then they'll come this way and say, hey, we want in. And they kind of say, well, I'm dealing with these people. So then they'll circumvent through the back door. Right. And when these people may got these things, and these things going on outside of that, they'll start to roadblock these things, right? So giving these people no other option to kind of like, let's figure out another way, which slows down the process.
Right.
So even in my situation, when they approached me, I learned from you and I let them in. But the only reason why I let them in is because I have a whole nother country that I'm just standing alone in, which is America.
But you're doing the right thing. You're supposed to let them in.
Yeah, I let them in.
Me, my first round got to be all Africans.
Yeah.
It has to be.
Yeah. But see, that's where you...
It has to be controlled by Africa. That's why I'm doing it.
Yeah. And that's where the powers that be...
Right. It's like, well, hold up. They can't be above us.
Like, but who's ideologically like invested in tearing Akon City down? Like who like what mentality sort of represents that?
Whoever has interests in Africa that this project could affect is who it is. Like, it's clear. I'm seeing the data.
Right.
I'm clearly being attacked. Like, I know it. It's not even a question. Like,
but then they put out stories. If they can get a story to get any kind of traction, then YouTubers grab onto it, TikTokers grab onto it, and before you know it, there's some random girl took this piece of news that she saw, and now she's got 5 million views on her TikTok
100%.
from basically just parroting something that is catnip to people.
They clipping as they go.
Right, because the idea of like, Akon failed dramatically at something is tantalizing to people. They want to know. He seems very successful. Tell me how he's not actually. That's like online. That is a very compelling narrative to people.
And regardless of what you put out there,
and
30% of the world's going to believe it anyway. Even if you show it's false, 30% of those people are still going to run with it.
Right.
And when it comes up, they're going to give their false belief.
Period. That's just how it works.
That's how it works.
And then the more you see some things, you start to kind of believe it because everywhere you go, you can actually see it. Even if you don't believe it, you're looking for something that's going to go, okay, that's not true. But when you're putting out 23 million impressions, you can only combat that for so long.
Right.
Right? Because normally I wouldn't even talk about it. I'd keep it quiet. But I was like, I have to have something that I say that can combat some of that information that's going out. Otherwise, I wouldn't have said nothing at all. But now it's tearing into my reputation.
Right. But would you say that there have been significant challenges? And like, what are the challenges in terms of development? Because I think, people are kind of right to say that it seems like it's been moving slower than they might have expected.
Well, actually not. It hasn't been moving slow.
Really?
At all.
I think one of them was like, because I remember I was speaking with somebody. I was overseas, and it was like, when you're doing something of this magnitude, you overlook small things because you just know they're going to be there. So one time somebody, I forget who it was, they mentioned getting the laborers.
Right.
The actual laborers to do the sanitation and all because in your mind, you tell yourself, all right, all the people with the money gonna come, but the people with the money don't do the labor, right?
They don't do none of that.
They don't do none of that. So now you got to come up with a way to how are you gonna move the laborers from other locations to here?
Right, just basic logistics. But the beautiful part about Africa is that labor is everywhere.
Yeah.
And it's cheap.